Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and welcome to my continued coverage of the HTC Desire Mobile Phone. Now if you haven't seen my other videos, you can catch an unboxing of this handset and also a setup video. You can find those on my main channel page if you head on over there now. If you keep watching this video though, this is going to take you through a complete product tour of the handset as well as some configuration options just so that you can get some sort of extra functionality out of the phone and really set it up so it works for you. Now just a quick introduction to the specifications. This has got a 3.7 inch AM OLED display. That stands for Active Matrix Organic Light Emitting Diode. And for those of you not familiar with the technology, instead of a normal LCD or LED display, this gives you a much more vibrant screen, really nice colours. And apart from that gorgeous 3.7 inch display, we've also got a little speaker pickup here. This is where your ear's going to go when you're receiving calls, so this is what the voices will come through on. Very clear speaker, and they've done a really high quality job on that. Also on the front of the handset we've got some physical buttons along the bottom here. We've got a home button, a menu button, a little optical sort of trackpad here. Instead of a rollerball, this is like an optical pad. Also a back button and a search button. Now I'm on my home screen at the moment. If I push this home button, it zooms everything out and shows me all 7 home screens. If I push again, it goes back to the home screen. So if I do that, I can then tap on any of these home screens to go directly to it. Tap again on the home button, it goes all the way back to that main home screen. Now that's a really nice feature, I like that a lot. And menu button, well, if I push that while I'm on the home screen, it gives me access to these choices here. They will vary depending on what you're actually in. If you're in an application, this menu button display will be slightly different. Now I mentioned this optical trackpad. I can actually use this to swipe right and left through my 7 home screens. Now these can be populated with various widgets and shortcuts. I will show you how to do that in a short while. This back key just allows you to go back one. So for example, if I go into my messages pane and I decide I don't want to be there, I can hit the back button and it will go back. Last button here, the search button, brings up the quick search box which searches the whole content of the phone for your search criteria. Now around the rest of the handset, this left hand side, very clean design. It's just got the volume rocker switch on it. Bottom of the handset sports the microphone pickup, just a single microphone pickup on this one, and also a micro USB connection. Now this connection is used for both synchronizing data via a wired connection or for charging the handset, so it's got a dual purpose. This side of the handset is completely clear. The top of the handset sports a 3.5mm audio jack, the power on off button which is also used for locking the main home screen for accidental touch input. There's also a little groove here. This is used for popping off the battery cover. And then around the back of the handset, got a really nice camera here, 5-megapixel camera, autofocus, and also an LED flash alongside. And then this little bit here to the right of the camera is the speaker. Now this handset runs Google's Android operating system. It's running version 2.1, and over the top of this you've got some extra eye candy, which is HTC's Sense user interface, and that just adds a little bit of flexibility to the user interface. Inside the handset we've got 512MB ROM, and that's for holding the operating system. We've also got 576MB of RAM, which is used for installing applications. And there's also a micro SD card socket which is underneath the battery cover, and that will support up to a 32MB micro SD card. Also inside, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, which supports A2DP stereo, so if you've got a Bluetooth headset you can pick up stereo music from it. So let's give you a look at the interface of the Android operating system. Well, we've obviously got the main home screen here, and these icons are shortcuts to various applications. And to the left I've got a further 3 home screens which I can populate with whatever I want. Now, taking this one as an example, I can tap and hold on here, and then I get a selection screen where I can choose a widget shortcut, program shortcut, shortcut to perhaps an application or a folder, and then we've got folder shortcuts underneath. Well, let's choose widget so I can explain the difference between the two. So if I scroll down, for this example, let's just choose a Twitter widget. And this has different versions here. We've got 2 different versions, a large version and a small version. Well, let's choose this large version, tap select, and that adds this widget to this particular screen. Now, a widget updates with live information, so it's different to an application shortcut. This is an application in itself. If I decide I don't want this widget, I can tap and hold, drag it down to the remove icon, and it disappears off the screen. Now, to show you the difference, if I add a program widget, and this time let's go to Peep, which is the Twitter application, let's tap that, and that just adds an icon which I can place more or less anywhere on this screen. Let's just pop it somewhere in the middle for now. And this is not updating with any live information. You have to tap on it to actually launch the Twitter app. So, big difference between a shortcut to an application or a folder and an actual widget. If I want to get rid of this, I can tap and hold and then drag it down into that remove panel at the bottom. Now, to further personalise my experience, I can change the wallpaper, and on the HTC Desire I've got the choice of photos, which are ones I've taken or perhaps connected to my Flickr account, HTC supplied wallpapers, or these live wallpapers, which are really nice. Now, the one I like the best, there are quite a few to choose from, including the one that they supply with the Nexus 1, is HTC Sense. I like this a lot. This is a live wallpaper, so if I set that, you can see it actually moves all the time, so it's like a screensaver in the background, and it applies this to all 7 of my home screens. So I really like the live wallpapers, really add a nice depth to the screen. You can see how really nice those colours are. Now, I said to you I was also going to give you a few tips on how you can increase the usability of the phone or make it a lot better for you. And I think one of the first things you should do when you get one of these phones is set up some security. So if I go into menu and then into settings, then I've got a scrollable list of settings here. I'm going to tap on security, and here it's got set unlock pattern. Well, I'm going to tap on that and then on next, and then it tells you want to draw a pattern connecting the dots. Well, I'm going to click next again, and I'm going to set mine to just a straight line across from left to right. You've got to actually join 4 dots. I'm going to add an extra dot in, and then continue, and then draw again, and continue, and then confirm. Now, I've set it to require a pattern and use a visible pattern every time I wake up the phone from sleep. So let's go back out to the main home screen. I'm going to push this button on the top of the handset here to actually lock the display, and then come back to the handset as I first turned it on. I have to swipe down, and now anyone who picks up my handset has to know that particular unlock pattern. I have to draw it. If I get it wrong, it says try again. If I do it too many times, then it will actually lock me out of the handset. So I've got one more attempt. Let's do it correctly, and we've chosen the right pattern. So very important that you perhaps set that up as one of the first things on the handset, and I wanted to very quickly show you that. Now, the home screen is where you're going to spend most of your time. I've got 3 little icons here. The middle one allows me to make phone calls. This one here pops up a drawer which contains all of my program icons, and I can scroll up and down this and launch them from here. And then this one on the right is just for adding shortcuts to my home screen, and that works in much the same way as if I actually tap and hold on the screen. Top of the front home screen, we've also got this status bar at the top. I'm going to give you a closer look at that now. And this gives you some icons in the top right hand corner, which include my Wi-Fi signal, my mobile network signal, battery life, and also the current time. There's also another little icon here in the top left hand corner, and this one is actually indicating that I've got a new email. I can actually pull down on this status bar and it tells me I've got a new comment waiting on one of my YouTube videos. If I'd received an SMS text or something like that, or maybe there's updates available for some of the applications I've got installed on the handset, then these would also appear in this top menu status bar. So as you can see, the HTC Desire, which is running this Google Android 2.1 operating system, is really configurable and really nice experience to use. In my future videos, I'm also going to be showing you how to use the camera, how to use the texting features, and including that on-screen touch keyboard so we can see how that works, and also look at maybe the photo application which pulls in photos from Facebook and Flickr. But for now, I just want to let you know that you can buy this SIM-free unlocked in the UK for £380 or in the US for around about $690. Please come back soon, check out more video reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by BMI Solutions, the largest reseller of document scanners within the UK, with a price promise guarantee.